Welcome to the Python tutorial series. In this first video, we'll be installing Python from python.org. So go to the downloads and you can find the latest version of Python. Also, there are other versions listed. You can choose any versions above 3.7 to follow along with this tutorial. So for different operating systems, I'll be posting links in the comment section. You can follow them. For Windows it is straightforward. So after downloading the exe, just execute it and go through the installation process. After the installation, that's it. You now have Python on your system. So let us verify our installation. So you can just search for Python and you can see that some new apps has been installed. So just click on Python and you will be introduced to a Python terminal where you can perform simple maths like a calculator, so like addition, subtraction, anything, or you can just run any Python script. You can also see the version of the Python you have currently installed using the command python -v, and also we will be introducing you to pip. So currently you can also see the version of pip, but I will have a dedicated video about pip. So if you type Python and press enter, you can actually open the Python terminal over here and you can do everything from here also. Now I'll be using a code editor. So like a text editor, any kind works, but the specific I will be using is Visual Studio Code. So first in the code editor, or you may choose anything, like you can also write Python scripts in Notepad. You just have to make sure that the extension is correct. So whatever the name of your Python script is, you have to give the extension .py after the name. And over here I am selecting the Python interpreter. So like the software is just installed, the exe file, so that is our Python interpreter. Now we just check that we have Python version and we will be selecting the latest version from the drop down menu. So once that is selected, you can see that the Python terminal is basically integrated into Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code now knows about our Python installation and it will be using that installation only to execute our Python scripts. So let's write. Like the advantage of using a script rather than the Python terminal itself is that you can save the script and run it as many times as you want. So you can actually design a program and run it instead of just using the terminal where you will write it and it will not get saved. So to execute it, you just write Python then the name of the file. Don't forget the extension. So once you execute it, you can see all the outputs. And since Visual Studio Code knows about your Python installation, you can also use the run button. If you are using some other text editor, or let's say you are using Notepad to write the Python scripts, which I really don't recommend, you can open a terminal on the same directory and use Python then the name of the file Python script to execute.